else. Everywhere else in the world, the anthem is the way it is written. It's boring, and that's the point. You can't just change it. In America, you can do whatever you please. I noticed it the first time. First time I really noticed it was at a basketball game. It was the New York Knicks, and they were playing against the Toronto Raptors, right? And because the Raptors are from Canada, they had to play 2 national anthems before the game, which is rare. Right? So that we're in the arena, and everyone's like, and then the voice comes on. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Canadian national anthem. And everybody stood. And then they just played like a tape somewhere. You could tell they didn't care. And it was the song, the Canadian song. It's always the same. It's like, oh, Canada, that's the songs, I've missed and something brings us back to do. You know the song, man. I don't have time for that. Whatever. They sang the Canadian anthem. They were done. And then the announcer came back. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stay standing for the American national anthem. And that's my favorite part. Yeah, the lights will go dark. Someone walks to the middle of the arena. It's always so intense. Complete silence. By the dawn, early what so proud that we... Why are you trying to make the anthem sexy? What are you doing? What are you doing? I never understand that. Why are you trying to make it a sexy song? You'll never be in England and see someone like, remix, God save the Queen, God save the Queen. I save the Queen with sexy sex. Come on, save the Queen. Let's save the Queen with sexy sex. Come on, save that Queen. Oh, man. So Germany was fun. Bloody, how could he do something so deceitful? Yeah, you gotta go, how could he do something so deceitful? That man Yankees showed something so powerful. He's a role model to the children. Because he showed that you shouldn't listen to what people say you can or cannot do. If you believe in yourself and you work hard enough, anything is possible. People told him his whole life, they're like, Yankees, you can't do sign language. He was like, we'll see about that. Bitches. And he did it. He did sign language for the most powerful people in the world. Every single one of them, Yankees, was on that stage doing it and doing it well. Nobody even suspected him. Nobody. People were just like, he's doing his thing. People ask questions. Where did he come from? Did he sneak? He didn't sneak in. He'd been the official sign language interpreter for the government for the last 5 years. Yeah. Official. For the last 5 years. And apparently before this, people have complained. But obviously the complaints fell on deaf ears, so nothing was done about it. And so he just carried on. And now he was here. The biggest event of his life. Signing for the world. Signing. Just making it up. In the zone. Nobody suspected. I suspected though. I did. No, I did. Let me tell you why. No. Let me tell you why. Not because I know sign language. But because I know my president. And if there's one thing that's specific. Is when Jacob Zuma reads a speech, right? Jacob Zuma reads a speech. He's a very deliberate man. He's very calm. He's very measured. Takes his time. The rhythm is the most important thing. And Yankees didn't match his rhythm. I knew there was something wrong. You remember this. Zuma was there reading Mandela's Wikipedia page, right? And while he was reading, Yankees was doing totally different, like the rhythm was wrong. Zuma was there like, and thereafter, Nelson Mandela went to Robben Island for his imprisonment. Term and to fight for the rhythm didn't match, right? Zuma was on page 1, that guy was on like page 17 or something. It didn't match up at all. It's almost like Zuma was translating sign language for us. That's how slow it looked. Sorry, I haven't practiced, guys. It didn't match up. None of it. But Yankees did it. He stayed there in the face of adversity and he fought. Yeah. He did sign language for everyone. We've got to ask ourselves questions as well as South Africans. We don't ask enough questions. For instance, did nobody think to ask him how he could speak every single language in the world? Every leader came from countries everywhere. They spoke in their language. Yankees translated for everyone. Did nobody stop to ask? Even for a second. The president of Brazil is standing up there. Nelson Mandela, estou bem. Homenagem de você, de casa, do gosto muito, pela que estava pesado. Yankees was there. Did no one say, hey Yankees, you can speak Portuguese? I'm in the zone, Baba, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. Did nobody think to ask? He did sign language for everyone. The ambassador of China was up there. 가도시, 전도이 넬슨 만델라. 다도 입시부 다도 신주의 공부로 빠도시. Yankees was there on the side. He just made it up. He made everything up. And he did a great job at it. He did a great job. But then, like a true South African, he just took it too far. I don't even know what it is. I think it's just people, we have a connection, you know, I don't know, South Africans and Mexicans or something. People from shithole countries, we have this thing. I go to English-speaking countries, but I try every now and again to go to a country where they speak no English, you know? Like recently, I went to Scotland, right? And again, I had an amazing time. The place was beautiful. It was a different culture, rich in history. They have the rolling highlands of Scotland. You know, they've got these castles, beautiful, perfectly preserved, hundreds of years old. In the streets, there's the men playing the bagpipes, wearing the kilts. No black people. But not in a bad way, not in a bad way. Just in a matter-of-fact way, you know? Like when I say that there's no black people in Scotland, I just mean there's no black people. But not like there's a good way and then there's a bad. Like the good way is when you get there and you're like, ah, there's no black people. You know what I mean? But then there's some places you go and you're like, there's no black people. And that's when you know what I mean? That means some shit went down. You can feel it when you get there. Like Australia. There's no Aborigines. And when you get there, you're like, hey, Australia! You're like, wait, where's all the black people? And they're like, oh, I don't know. They left. You can feel something went wrong. But Scotland doesn't have that, you know? Scotland doesn't have black people because they further north there were no black people. There's not many black things further north. The further north you go, the whiter things become. You know, it's the people, the Christmas, the bears, everything changes. I'm sure if you went to a Scottish person and said, "Excuse me, sir, are you racist?" He'd be like, "I don't know. I never tried." I had so much fun in Scotland. I remember I was in Glasgow for a week. I was driving around in the back of a car, and every single day, I would try and spot black people. It was like a little game that I played by myself. Every day, I would just be there like, black person, black person, black person, black person, black person. Ha! No, statue. Black person, black person, black person, black person, black person, black person. Ha! No reflection. Black person, black person, black person, black person. No black people anywhere. None. And that's why I say traveling is important. Because I'd never been to a place where there were no black people before. Wanted me to see something, I don't know what though. She was like, "Oh my God, look over there." I said, "Look over what?" She's like, "Over there. Look at that her." And I said, "Her?" She's like, "No, her. Look, there's two of them. I understand nothing, even the small words, just the pronunciation, you know, small things that get you by. For instance, I pronounce the opposites of uncle as aunt. I say my aunt. Out here you say my ant, which to me is an insect, which made me look like an ass when my friend told me his aunt died. And I was like, so what? There's tons of those out there. What a great way to end a friendship. I couldn't get help the other day when searching for a battery for my remote control. Because that's what I say, battery, a small form of power. So in America, you say battery, which to me is a different form of power. Sponsored by Chris Brown. And you know what, I understand. We live on different sides of the globe, so it's fine. The language will evolve. This is something I've come to understand. But I hope I change one thing in your hearts forever. Just one thing. And that is that animal in the wild that looks like a horse. It has black and white stripes. Yeah, do me a favor. From now on, please, it's not zebra, okay? It's zebra. Yeah? Just like it's not Debra, it's Deborah. Same structure of word. Plus, you cannot name them because you do not have them. Zebra. This is madness. Everything out here is different. Do you know how hard it is to learn when you come out here? You have to change everything. There's the measurement system, which is just, I mean, America, you guys have your own thing, the Imperial system, you know? On my side of the world, we use the metric system, and by my side, I mean the rest of the world, you know? We have the metric system, which is, amongst other things, very efficient. It's a very simple process. You know, everything goes into each other. And out here you have Imperial, which is fine. I mean, I won't judge you. If you want to be imaginary, that's up to you. But I just feel like there's some consistency that's needed. Small things. Like, for instance, when we abbreviate our small measurement, milligrams, we use mg, milligrams. Mg, milligrams. And you guys have ounces, which you then abbreviate OZ. There's no Z in the word, ounces. I don't know. That's pale in comparison to what you've done with pounds. That for me, please explain to me how the abbreviation for pounds became LBS. Pounds. I look like the idiot walking into the store going, "Could I please have the 2 labs bag of sugar?" Guy was like, "You mean pounds?" I said, "I don't see the P. No, I don't." He said, "Well, it means pounds. It's not LBS. A lot of bullshit. That's what it stands for." This is horrible. In fact, it's crazy. You do realize the imperial system is so inefficient that even American drug dealers have switched over to metric. Even drug dealers got to the point where they said, "We need some order. We're going with metric." And I honestly thought this was an anomaly. I thought, you know what? This is just one of those things. It's a coincidence. But it's not. Americans do not care about abbreviation nor the English language. They don't give a damn. I learned this in the small things. Like for instance, when I was in Tennessee, I stumbled on an organization known as the Ku Klux Klan. You heard of them? Worst magic show ever. Guy gave me a pamphlet. He was like, come and see the Grand Wizard. Grand Wizard! The Grand Wizard! Didn't do one trick! Not even one trick. I mean, I noticed a few black people disappear, but I mean, that's not magic. You know, that's just Reaganomics. I wasn't impressed by that. Like, where's the magic? I sat there forever. These guys running around in their sheets. Yeah! The KKK, as they're affectionately known. Has nobody bothered to tell them ever that you do not spell clan with a K? Nobody stopped. Even in America, clan is spelt with a C. The Ku Klux Klan, they're the KKC, not the KKK. You realize that? Ku Klux Klan. The C. In fact, the name is wrong. The whole thing, the Ku Klux parts of it. That's just horrible because they got that, as you know, from ancient Greece. It was Kuklos Alphion, meaning a circle of brothers. And that's how they got their name. They call themselves a Greek circle of brothers, which is wrong for two reasons. One, if your sole purpose as an organization is to hate black people, don't you find it strange that you've now named yourself the Circle of Brothers? And secondly, do they realize that in ancient Greece, circles of brothers were doing very different things with one another? Very loving, very, yeah. If they were really a Greek circle, the sheets would be a bit higher up, just more of a, yeah, maybe one more hole. They're not a... The newspapers say that. I turn around, I'm like, hey, Mikey, what are you doing, dude? Stop that. And the dad turns again, he's like, was he doing it again? Was he doing that? Hey, Mikey, that is not cool. I spoke to you about this, Mikey. That is not cool, Mikey. Time out. All right, sorry about that. We're good. I was like, I can see what Mikey's not changing. Nothing's. He's like, we're good. So now I sit. Now I know what's going to happen. I'm not an idiot. So I make my back hard. I wait. Mikey kick. First kick. He's like, I jump up. I'm like, Mikey. Dad's like, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to do. I'm like, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. I'm like, Elena, something. And then I realized he couldn't do anything. And Mikey knew it. Mikey looked at his dad like this dad couldn't do anything to him. He looked at me like I couldn't do anything to him. I even tried to take it into my own hands. I looked at Mikey, I was like, Mikey, stop it. And Mikey was just like, Then I tried every South African trick, guys. Every South African trick. I looked at Mikey and I was like, And then Mikey looked at me and Mikey was like, shut up. And I was like, I can't do anything. And so I turned and I looked at Mikey. And Mikey looked at me and I was like, you know what, Mikey? Pose. That day terrified me in a way I wasn't ready for. I'm not ready to have children like that. Because here's something I want you to understand. I do not want to ever hit my children, ever. I don't believe that anyone should hit their children. I honestly don't. But, I also don't want to raise a child who thinks it's impossible, for this side of a hand to meet this side of a face. I need the kids to know that there's consequences in the world, even if it's not from me. I promise you no. I don't want my kids. I don't want to hit my kids. I don't want to. But I don't want them to know that I don't want to. Yeah. There must just be a little tension in the house, just for control. Because now, can you imagine I've just got some American kids who don't respect me at all. The house is chaos. No one can do anything. They're breaking things, smashing things. I'm like, stop that. Stop the hate. Stop that. Stop that. Are you listening to me? Yes, Trevor. Trevor. I'm daddy. Trevor, I'm daddy now. Trevor, you call me Trevor. I'm daddy. Trevor. Daddy. Trevor. Can you imagine that happening? Yo, guys, I wouldn't even know what to do. That would be the one time in my life when I would wish to be in South Africa in that moment. Not that I want it to happen, but I would just wish for that moment that I could be back in South Africa, instantly teleported, there with this little kid. I'd look at him and be like, what did you say? Trevor! Come here, buddy, come here, come here. Can I tell you something? What? You see there? You see the time? It's 5 to 2. That means in 5 minutes, the electricity is gonna cut. And when that happens, you're gonna know me. Because it's gotten insane. It has gotten absolutely insane. And South Africans have adapted. South Africans have adapted. You don't even realize how much you've adapted because you are you the whole time. But as somebody who's seeing you coming back, I'm like, guys, there's a level of resilience that South Africans have now that I wasn't used to. Really, you know where you truly notice it? You notice it at the traffic lights. That's where I've seen the biggest change. That's where I've seen the biggest change. You know? Because when I left, there was one thing I knew and one thing I knew for certain. South Africans know what to do when the traffic lights are not working. That's something I would have bet all my money on. Why? Because we learned about it. You knew it when you did your K53. Right? If you actually did your K53. They taught us in that lesson. When a traffic light is not working, you treat it as a 4-way stop. It was very simple. These cars go like this. Those ones go like this. These ones, then these ones. These ones, then these ones. It worked like a charm. Then load shedding, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, 4, 5, 6. Have you been at the traffic lights now? Guys, I didn't know what was going on. I did not know what was going on. It's like Mad Max out there. It's like the apocalypse. Literally, you just get there. Everyone's there at the same time. Everyone there like, go. You'll see. Some people don't even stop. You have no clue what's going on. None whatsoever. It's wild. One day I was in 4 ways. I drove to a traffic light that was out, and I see it from far. I'm like, okay, the traffic lights are not working. I'm driving, I'm getting ready. As I get there, a homeless guy jumps out. I had no clue what was happening. All I see is this homeless guy, and then other ones jumped out. They're all standing there, and then they started directing traffic, and then I don't know what's going on. So all I was thinking, I was like, yo, damn, these outsurance guys have fallen, Yes. Then I realized it was homeless guys, and they were doing an amazing job, guys. They were doing a phenomenal job. They were pulling the cars, telling people when to turn, doing what. People were putting 10 rand out the window as they were driving past. They were grabbing it, keeping everybody moving. People were listening. So many people were listening. I could not believe it. One day, you know what blew my mind? We're driving, get to the traffic lights. Everybody stops. Then a police car comes. And stops. Literally, the homeless guy was like, and the police car was like, And now I thought the police are gonna get out and do something about the traffic lights. So I looked at them, and then I'm like, you could see the police were there like, he's working. Uyambona now, uyasebenza lo muntu. And then they just sat there with all of us. Waited for the homeless guy. Then he was like, and then the cops were like, sharp, sharp. Everything has changed. Everything. But the one thing I'm not used to yet is the chaos. I don't know when to go. I don't know who goes when now. Some people are turning while other people are going straight. Then you're between each other. Everyone's hooting. Beep, 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 even taxi drivers are on the side like, guys, guys, this is not safe, guys. Man. If everybody's a taxi driver, then who is a taxi driver, guys? Guys. That's our thing, man. This is cultural appropriation. You know who's truly toughened up over the last few years? Who's truly toughened up the most? White women. I know all South Africans have gotten tougher, but white women, I am the most proud of you. When I was last doing shows in South Africa years ago, white women were fragile. They were brittle. Any change in direction would crack them. You would see, have you ever seen, you'd see white women back in the days, things would go wrong. They'd be like, I just can't, hey? I just can't. I mean, like, you're living in a country where I swear to God, it's just, because I was driving today and they just cut you off. And you're at the robots and you've got these guys knocking on the window. I just can't. Zuma must go. I can't. I can't do this. I can't. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. And the chickens at Nando's have gotten smaller. I don't know what I can't. White women were brittle. And then I don't know what happened over the past few years. But they have toughened up. They have truly toughened up. It's almost like these white ladies were in their garages training every day. Because have you seen white women at the traffic lights now? Have you seen white women during load shedding at the traffic lights? You better pray to your God when you meet them, eh? They're taking no prisoners. White women now, they've turned into the new taxi drivers, guys. You'll see them driving in during load shedding, peak traffic. They pull in there with their Hyundai Sonata. They've got their arm out the window, accepting any challenger. They're there driving in. You think you're gonna cut them off? Beep, beep. They're like, futsek wena. Ngazongi hutela wena. Aponi kutinga driver la wena. Futsek. Beep, beep. Nawe, hey. Futsek nonke, hey. Ningazongchela, I'm driving here. Papela mina nyondubula nonke. Nombulala nonke nina msunweni. Wow! These white ladies are getting home to their husbands. They're there in the kitchen like, hi, honey, how was your afternoon? Yeah, sometimes you have to show them, eh? Sometimes you just have to show them. Uba bonise, uba kombise. Yeah, because ngi ate sharp mina. Yo, Pretoria, you guys have been amazing, man. Thank you so much for coming out. I had such a great time with all of you. Johannesburg, thanks for showing out. South Africa, we did it.